Oh, that's a great way to start stream. Come on. Do we? Dong, dong, dong. Dong, 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 dong. Wow. Oh, yeah, that might help. It's not 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but it's still time for kind of sort of the Idiot Show. We're gonna do stuff and things and stuff. And yeah, unfortunately, it's not out yet. And I did my math wrong, and it wasn't releasing at 11 o'clock my time. It was releasing at noon my time. But let's go ahead and go over the pre-stream warning. Like normal, this stream may not be family friendly. This stream may not be child appropriate. This stream may not be appropriate for any audience at any time for any reason whatsoever, whensoever, wheresoever. I tend to curse quite a bit. Sometimes I can go a couple hours without dropping one, and sometimes it's every other word. My chat tends to get a bit on the spicy side. Adult situations, conversations, words, and undergarments may be discussed. If you were easily offended, easily triggered, don't like the sound of my voice, or anything I just said does not sound appealing at all, the kid-friendly streams are down the hall and to the left. But without further ado, let's try to figure out what in the hell we're going to do for the next 28 minutes while we wait for this drop. I do have the Coffee Stain stream up and going in the background, and it looks, oh, crap. They are dropping the trailer. Give me a second. That's not going to be it. That should be it. No, that's... give me a second. I gotta try to figure out what I'm doing. There we go. I've got it paused.
Because I am.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of him for real? Or not? It's like I'm stuck in an awful dream.
There we go.
No matter where I turn, there he is again. And again. And again. Is he even human?
So anyway, as you can see, Doc, I'm here for good reason. I just don't know what to do anymore, and honestly, do I even want him dead?
Okay, just to be clear, you don't know we're currently testing 1.2 features in the office right now?
No, what?
Well, that's slightly concerning. What you're experiencing is the spawn. It's a toilet buildable that you can place anywhere in the world, and upon death you will just respawn at it. Although, maybe it's not currently working as intended.
Oh. So I can do it again?
Well, it's news to me, but apparently Satisfactory 1.2 is finally here in EXP. That explains a couple things, and I should probably apologize to Jason. That can wait. Let's talk about the first feature coming to 1.2, spawn toilets. Until now, Alpha Hogs, Gravity, and more have sent you back to the hub. But with spawn toilets, you can now set a respawn point anywhere in the world. So before you head down into that scary cave where we all know what's waiting, just slap a toilet down. When you inevitably get swarmed by cats, you will respawn right outside. Multiple toilets can be placed in the world, but you will always respawn at the one closest to your demise. And speaking of respawning, let's respawn back at the office.
What the sh**?
Poshanka, my guy. So what do you think of the new vehicle pathing?
New vehicle pathing?
Yeah, pretty proud of it, to be honest. There are some kinks to work out, but once we're done, they should be much easier to deal with.
Need some help? That'll be fine.
Ooh, I like where this is going. It's been a long time coming, but vehicles are seeing improvements in 1.2. We have reworked the pathing system, where paths can now be placed as splines, aligning much more closely with how train railways are placed. Before we jump into that, however, I would like us all to take a moment to recall some memories we have formed with the legacy vehicle paths.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here. From the arms of the angel, may you find some comfort here.
May we never forget where we came from. But I am so glad we're past it. Now with the incoming changes, each valid vehicle will have their own path preset that you can use. These will have their own individual max turn angles, each calibrated with their specific turning ability in mind. And a universal path is also available. To create a valid path, you first need to build and complete a loop. And you'll know it's valid and complete when the path turns blue. To then make your paths actually usable, you have to connect them to truck stations first. Paths can only be placed on smooth terrain, and abrupt height changes will invalidate that path. That applies to foundations too, and removing a foundation will invalidate the path. Building that 10-lane mega highway is no longer just a dream. Or a nightmare. Probably a nightmare.
Yo, did you know they're testing 1.2 features in the office? Like, in the office?
Huh? No? What? Actually, now that you mention it, that would explain some things.
This isn't even a bathroom.
The flights home have been getting really expensive.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. Anyway, what are you up to?
Ah, I'm handling a soda delivery for the office. Yeah, 3.2 million liters. Can you believe that? Game devs are thirsty.
Oh my god, is it Pepsi Max? We've been out for a week and I've been going crazy.
Yeah, you have. No, it's not Pepsi Max. It's Yule Must. Apparently we got a pretty hefty discount. Yeah, we're not gonna stock Pepsi Max anymore.
Fluid trucks and stations are coming to play in 1.2, giving you a new vehicle to test out those updated vehicle paths with. Capable of carrying up to 3.2 million liters, these bad boys are sure to get your various fluids to where they need to go. Eventually. The fluid trucks and stations function pretty much the same as the good old trucks and stations we already have. Now though, you can pretend to have a flourishing trucker economy, delivering oil and fuel all over the map. Close your eyes and just imagine a Buc-ee's, only 50 miles ahead of you. Those beaver nuggets calling your name. If you're not keen on that though, at least it's not Yule Must.
It's not possible. How could this be?
It's gonna be okay, man. I'll just buy you Pepsi at lunch.
이까 아무가 붙었잖아.
What do you mean? It's not raining.
Yeah, 아무다요. Yeah, it is raining. What the hell?
Yeah, we're testing the weather system for 1.2. It's hanging tight, all right?
Do you have to do that here? He's grieving.
Sorry about the white screen.
Man, talk about a long dry spell for Massage 2ABB. But fear not, because different weather effects are coming back to Satisfactory with 1.2. In this update, your factories will have to weather rain, thunder, and strong winds. So slip on your Blade Runners, wipe the rain from your visor, well, it's actually just a setting you can disable if you don't like it, and experience a wet new world.
Man,
Those devs have lost their grip.
I know, right? I feel like everything is constantly breaking and changing right now.
Yeah, and like, weren't you wearing a different coat earlier?
And you weren't wearing a coat at all.
Oh God, it's happening again. What's happening to me?
Aw, my gains!
What? Oh God. Whoa.
Ah!
Holy shit. Are we in Kansas?
Typical American. We could be anywhere, you know. The world is a lot bigger than, oh my God, we're in the game.
Oh man, dude, my mom told me not to get too close to the screen. I should have listened. Dude, I think I'm gonna throw up.
Hey, I know this area. There's definitely not supposed to be Caterium here. What the hell kind of build did we get thrown into?
The node randomization you are experiencing is a result of our new game mode randomization settings. While pioneers have yet to achieve proper efficiency, they somehow managed to attain even more ways to waste time.
God, we'll make you proud. Let's get to work, Mikhail.
Ugh, kids. At least we have spawn toilets.
With the randomized nodes game mode, your understanding of physics will get clobbered to give you access to alternate dimension versions of the planet, where the only change is the type and purity of resource nodes. 5 presets are provided: default, random, basic resource rich, advanced resource rich, and fossil fuel rich. This can be paired with other new adjustable game multipliers such as space elevator deliverable cost, recipe parts cost, and power consumption.
We turned that power consumption up.
Dude, building this factory has been a breeze. I feel like I've discovered several new quality of life features since we got here. Like, look, I can daisy chain high-end factories together. Fuck a power pole.
Yeah, now we can focus on cluttering everything up fast by zooping signs instead. Zoop! Zoop! Truly, this couldn't be any easier. Over there, I've got a sweet hub in the back you can chill out in. And I've got Productive Packer Deluxe for the computer.
Oh, I love Productive Packer Deluxe.
Dude, you like Productive Packer Deluxe? Jason, bro, I knew I liked you, dude. Come on, bring
Thanks,
it in.
Mikhail.
Bring it in, brother.
That's nice.
Hey, what's
Wow,
up?
that was like really,
How about
really
we take
light.
a photo to commemorate our first factory of 1.2? Let me just open the menu and... whoa! There's new photo mode features too?
Yeah, I was using selfie mode while you were building. Industry. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I got so many pictures and videos to show my mom.
Oh, that's sweet, man. Hey, before we take this picture, I need to come clean about something.
You're on gear?
What? No. Maybe you noticed, but I may or may not have murdered you on occasion. Every now and then, here and there, even before we knew about the feature testing.
Oh. That's okay. I probably deserved it.
You really did, man. You really did.
Well, anyway, now that we've reconciled and overcome our differences, we can probably take this photo together and magically return to the real world.
Only one way to find out. Cheese!
No, Jason's Canadian, confirmed.
Smells like bacon. We're back.
Is this Kansas?
Jason, Mikhail, where the hell have you guys been? It's been like 3 years. The studio shut down and never recovered.
What?
I'm just joking, it's been like an hour. Ready to ship?
No, we are not ready. That place is filled with bugs.
You need help! And we need your help too, pioneers. With just a simple download of our EXP branch on Steam or EGS, you can help us squash all these bugs before we release officially later this year. Every piece of feedback helps our game not suck. Thank you so much for watching this video, and most importantly, thank you for playing. See ya!
Don't forget to back up your saves.
So,
Oh my god, I can't do this.
Hit us with a
Wait.
A little bit more, come on. Aww. Boppy.
That was so cute.
It's a
Is
bopper.
this Kansas? Is this Kansas? Is this Kansas?
May you find some comfort here.
Hopefully I don't get in too much trouble for literally just rebroadcasting their
Have you seen
stream.
the new vehicle pathing?
Oops.
Vehicle pathing?
Yes.
Sick! No, absolutely not. We are not ready. Dude, that place is filled with bugs.
You need help. I'm walking here.
Nice.
Okay. Let's go over some of the things that I kind of sort of spotted in this. Because they're probably not giving us patch notes yet. I don't know about most of you guys. I really could care less about the zooping of signs. Daisy chaining power. Awesome. Finally. I can't tell you how tired I am of making power poles. And, you know, I got a lot of power poles to make in this playthrough. This, we're not going to get into this in my 1.2 playthrough. My first one, at least. As much as I kind of want to do some of the randomization stuff, yeah, I don't know. I do like the fact that we've got, you know, basic resource rich, advanced resource rich, fossil fuel rich, and just pure random. And we had talked about this a bit on stream previously, and I really feel like this is a double-edged sword, because now we're going to have people who are going for a super uranium planet and sharing the seed for that. They're going to sit there and spend. If you've ever played Auction Not Included, they have randomization. They have randomization with traits for the map. And I know I've been guilty of it. Of just sitting there mashing the out of the randomize button until it looks good to me. Like, I've got all the good things, I don't have much of the bad things, and everything looks all square. And then I play the seed, and to a point, I don't know how much I like that. So, we're probably not going to get into the resource node randomization on the 1.2 playthrough, because it's already been... I want to show what you can do with a purely vanilla build on the vanilla map as far as power. Yeah, but the problem with the ONI seed sharing is you can make it way too easy. Go into a resource-rich map with geo-active, and, you know, now you've got basically everything you possibly could ever want. That's all just going into that. You notice anything new? Trying to see if there's anything new showing on any of this stuff. I mean, obviously, having weather would be nice, because it at least breaks up some of the monotony of the day-night cycle. Just being in the swamp alone is horrifying. Nope, screw that. I don't like the fact that he said 3 point something million liters when the game doesn't measure things in liters, it measures it in cubic meters, which I realize there's easy conversions between cubic meters and liters, but I'm an American and yeah, I don't know about that. The idea of the vehicle pathing update is huge. It's a great thing. I like the fact that there's both a universal path and individual paths for the different vehicles. I'm assuming universal path kind of just goes off like the truck, since it's probably got the worst turning radius of anything. I asked my group if we're going to wipe out our past 2 weeks of work and restart with random or keep going with base map. Well, I know I'm going to go on base map. I don't think it's going to stop the deadlocks, but it's going to make it much easier to do your pathing. Therefore, it's going to be a little bit better to help alleviate some of the deadlocks. I think that's kind of all they really went over. I mean, the spawn toilet's a really nice idea because God knows it sucks when your hub is down in the grass fields, green fields, whatever you want to call it, and you're up exploring the Dune Desert and you take a little bit too much of a jump, or, you know, tier 3, tier 4 hog decides it's going to make you its bitch. And now you got to go all the way across the map to go get your damn death crate. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. So, yeah, I mean, that kind of covers most of the stuff they went over. Let me, dip. Okay, let me check to see if they've released the patch notes yet. You do 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 ba 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 do ba do ba da ba ba do ba boo ba 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 ba. Ba, ba, boo. Okay, so that looks like it's just the standalone video. Okay. Let me see if I can share this. It's not the actual patch notes. Is I don't want to share that. That's just a Reddit post. I know there's actually a website. Okay, Coffee Stain, Game News. I'm trying to find this, so just give me just a minute because I like normal, I didn't come very prepared. And we're all kind of used to that shit by now. Okay. First. Does not seem like it's actually been posted yet. So we're just going to go with the Reddit post because, of course, that wants to be stupid. All right. I just have to switch my source. All right. So, from Temporal Illusion, which is a mod on the Satisfactory Reddit, we're not going to talk about how many tabs I have up on Chrome. Nope, wrong button. There, now you can't see how many tabs I have up. Nope. Get rid of that. You'll be able to zoop signs. Again, I don't really care about that, but I guess some people who use signs as like lights and stuff, like Total Eclipse, that's going to be great for them. I don't do that. So, those using controllers on PC will be able to rebind their buttons. That is huge. I don't use a controller, but that's huge for people who do. Console release. Those using consoles will have keyboard and mouse support when they get version 1.2 later this year. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people give me shit about how many tabs I have open. Daisy chaining power. That is fantastic. Possible easy curved roads, maybe. I don't know what they mean by that, but I guess we'll find out whenever the damn update finally drops. Pioneer spawn points. That is the respawn toilet. That is kind of good. But it comes down to how many people will actually have the sense to drop one before they go into a scary cave or a scary area. Especially with it being something new. It's basically going to be the equivalent of me putting down a sleeping bag in Ark. It ain't going to happen. Because I am stupid. Vehicle path placed as splines. That will be great. Because unfortunately, I'm going to have to move a lot of crap. A lot of places. Easy to eat curved fruit. No, possible easy curved roads. Vehicle path, I already went over that. Weather, rain, thunder, and strong wind. It's nice to see it's not just going to be random rain. We're going to have some other stuff in. It's nice that we're going to have more than just rain. Because a lot of games just put rain in and it kind of sucks. I mean, look at Ark Ascended. You get rain, but it doesn't really interact with the environment very much. You get like the wet foliage, but you don't get storms. Randomization setting. Space elevator parts is kind of cool, where you can just, dial those way the F up. It looks like it's going to be more how much things cost and not an actual randomization of recipes. Fluids, both oil extractor and water extractor can now extract. The fuck? The water extractor can now extract oil. Oh, they're it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but Fluid truck station for fluid delivery. I mean, water extractor extracting from shallower water. That makes sense, but there will not be a post-game extension. Resource nodes randomization, quality of life, several quality of life improvements, ability to type values into clock speed fields when playing on a controller. That would be nice for controller players. Improvements to vehicle routes, vehicle handling, new feature for players who want to use a lot of items will not be tied to the late game. Reintroduction of rainfall after being removed, additional unspecific weather, photo mode, selfie mode. We know that one. We will be upgrading to version 5.6.1, which brings significant performance improvements. Trains, a reference to DLC for a second chew for the train. Okay, yeah, quality of life improvements. Okay, but it is noon. Let me close down Satisfactory and see if there's an update. It doesn't seem like it yet. Yes, excuse me. Sorry, had to cough. Okay, we'll just go back to the be right back screen. I'm still here and whatnot. We're not going anywhere. Just copy stain stream is over, which is fine. That's fine. I was expecting that to be over. They lied. They lied about what? Oh, it might just be it might just be Steam being a bit stupid. Version 1.30. I think this is the old version. Be nice if there was a date on these. Would be kind of nice if, there was a date. So let me exit out of that again. Let me close Steam real quick and see if reopening it forces it to check for an update. It's one of the big drawbacks with Steam is you can't tell it, hey, look for an update. If you can, I have no idea how to. Until. Game versions and beta. I got updates for other games, but I don't have updates for. Yeah. It's possible. That's one of the biggest drawbacks is you get into this shit and sometimes you gotta wait for the damn update to actually push to Steam. And okay, so yeah, the worst thing is I'm not even running the latest. Yeah, looking at the actual satisfactorygame.com, that doesn't even have the new experimental up here. And from what I saw, I was running 1.1.3.0, and that's not even the most recent one. The most recent one is 1.1.3.1. And I guess I can go back over that video again. Now that they've dropped it as an individual trailer. Yeah, we'll give it a little bit to play through this. And
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of him for real? Or not? It's like I'm stuck in an awful dream. No matter where I turn, there he is again. And again. And again. Is he even human?
So anyway, as you can see, Doc, I'm here for good reason. I just don't know what to do anymore, and honestly, do I even want him dead?
Okay, just to be clear, you don't know we're currently testing 1.2 features in the office right now?
No, what?
Well, that's slightly concerning. What you're experiencing is the spawn. It's a toilet buildable that you can place anywhere in the world, and upon death, you will just respawn at it. Although, maybe it's not currently working as intended.
Oh.
So while we sit through this,
So we do it again?
Well, it's news to me, but apparently Satisfactory 1.2 is finally here in EXP. That explains a couple things, and I should probably apologize to Jason. That can wait. Let's talk about the first feature coming to 1.2, spawn toilets. Until now, Alpha Hogs, Gravity, and more have sent you back to the hub. But with spawn toilets, you can now set a respawn point anywhere in the world. So before you head down into that scary cave where we all know what's waiting, just slap a toilet down. When you inevitably get swarmed by cats, you will respawn.
I have an update
right
coming down
outside.
on Satisfactory.
Multiple
so
toilets
1.2,
can be placed in the
yay!
world, but you will always respawn at the one closest to your demise. And speaking of respawning, let's respawn back at the office.
What the sh...
Alright, so it's going to take a couple minutes to actually download, patch, all that stuff. So we'll just keep having the video go in the background. Ooh, I got a whole crap.
Poshanka, my guy. So what do you think of the new vehicle pathing?
New vehicle pathing?
Yeah, pretty proud of it, to be honest. There are some kinks to work out, but once we're done, they should be much easier to deal with.
Need some help? That'll be fine.
Alright, the vehicle pathing does really tickle my fancies.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
It's been a long time coming, but vehicles are seeing improvements in 1.2. We have reworked the pathing system, where paths can now be placed as
Has
lines,
it been a white screen this whole
aligning
time?
much more closely with how train railways are placed. Before we jump into that, however, I would like us all to take a moment to
Freaking
recall
OBS
some
does not want to
memories we
capture
have
my,
formed with the legacy vehicle paths.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here. From in the arms of the angel, may you find.
So we'll jump back into my 2.4 million megawatt playthrough to kind of go over some of the new stuff
May
and
we
see how
never
much it
forget
breaks.
where we came from. But I am so glad we're
I
past
do have my
Now
saves
with the
backed up
incoming
in
changes,
2 different
each
places,
valid
so,
vehicle will have their
yay.
own path preset that you can use. These will have their own individual max turn angles, each calibrated with their specific turning ability in mind. And a universal path is also available. To create a valid path, you first need to build and complete a loop. And you'll know it's valid and complete when the path turns blue. To then make your paths actually usable.
Nope, no, enough of that. Why enough of that? Because Satisfactory's done updating. Let's get into 1.2. Experimental. Experimental. I do need to remember that when I go live at 1 o'clock. All right, there we go. It is the experimental branch. Give me my mouse. This is 1.2.00. Yay! We're going to load the stream save. I appreciate that, Drac. Make sure you're paying more attention to the road than you are to the stream. Don't need you crashing or anything. No crash and burn. We're going to do enough of that on stream. Now, what's this going to do to my factory cart? It's laggy. Ooh, look at that. Oh, that's slightly changed. Wait, what the fuck? Vehicle path. Autopilot says too few stations. Oh, there's no truck stations anywhere on this route. And they did say that it required a truck station. That's transport. Truck station. And so we're just going to slap one down. Need to bring a power wire down to it, but looking up, I have power wire somewhere over here. There it is. Boop. Boop. Vehicle path. The hell you mean too few stations? Fine. Now I got a power wire right ding dong here. Boop. Vehicle path. Still too few stations. Okay, factory cart path. What is with the purple? Why is it purple? Alright, I didn't even try that. Yeah. Alright, so my factory cart shit's a bit screwed up, but that's fine. I will connect you to you. path is too long. Oh, I'm aware. I am fully aware of that. It has been screwed up for quite a while. I'm gonna try to get them to work at least a little bit, and you know, this is kind of experimenting around with this new vehicle path thing. Okay, vehicle path. Still saying too few stations, so I don't know what the hell it's doing with that. It's got 2 stations, so I don't know how that's not enough stations. Oh, I'm stupid. Replace differing fuel. Has that always been there? Vehicle path. So it's not seeing test 2. Are you not? You're hooked up to power. Let's get rid of these. Hello, Felix. Vehicle path. Still not seeing test 2. Let's get rid of that, and we'll put it back down. So now, instead of just making a path, you actually have to okay, vehicle path, test 1 to test 2. All right, we got 1.2. I'm doing good. Now, the drawback is with this new pathing thing, how bad did that break all the rest of my pathing? Ooh, also, logistics. All we got was the damn T-junction. Which I'm happy that we got at least the T-junction. I am happy that we got the T-junction. Do not take that as I'm not happy about that. But I was playing Satisfactory Plus, and there's a shit ton of junctions in that, so I was kind of hoping that we'd be getting a few more. That also means you can no longer have a jump. Yeah, no, jumps are officially dead. I'm sure somebody's gonna find some way to make that work. Some crazy fuck out there is gonna make that work. I don't know if I'd say it's good. It was a lot of pain. A lot of pain and suffering. I do think I'm going to set up a large foundation. We'll see what all, because they said daisy chaining was available for advanced structures. I'm curious as to which structures qualify as advanced structures. So we'll put down like a couple big foundations, and we'll just start going through each and every build, or each and every building, and see what we can daisy chain. Because it would be really nice to know which buildings are daisy chainable, and which ones are not. Because obviously, you know, it'd be nice to know that ahead of time instead of figuring it out halfway through. And just bear in mind, this is the experimental branch, so there will be updates coming and going. Things will be changing. Things will be getting adjusted. Things will be getting altered. So today's patch may not be the same as tomorrow's patch. But see, this is one of the things I like, and those are definitely running. They have also gone on the record saying they have fixed the drone bug. Call me weird. I'll believe it when I see it. There are multiple paths there, which... See, this is the worst thing about the way I had this set up. With the new pathing system, this is going to be a lot easier to fix. How did you fix the train problem? What train problem? You got to narrow that one down. There's been a lot of train problems. They did not explicitly say there was any changes to fluids, so I'm not holding my breath on that. Actually, from what I just saw there, it almost looks like they added another, they broke up the animation into multiple stages. I could have just been seeing shit though. I've not really had any problems with intersections. The best thing I can always say is path into block. Path in, block out. So like this intersection, a basic... Yeah, I guess it's not really a basic. I need to actually fix this a little bit. I mean, I should not ever need these straights here. But I'll put them in just to make sure this is running correctly. It keeps creating a two-way path. The only thing I can think is you might have a rail the wrong way. I literally look at each one of my intersections like this. I've got one path that goes to the right, and it's the right rail, goes into the right rail, and that's right in the direction, not right as in correct or wrong. I've got one that goes to the left, and again, it's the right-hand lane track into the right-hand track, and I've got one that goes straight, which just, goes straight. Now, worst case, Felix, you can send me your save, and I'll take a look at it. I might be able to figure out what the issue is. Just mirror did the goals thing become smaller? Okay, so I've gone over pathing. The spawn. Where is the spawn? Architecture? I might have to unlock that. Oh, speaking of which, let's check the awesome shop. Did we get anything new in the awesome shop? Because remember, it wouldn't surprise me if Coffee Stain literally just isn't telling us everything. Management, organization, customizer. It's kind of an experimental thing because you turned off power. Yeah, I can see that. It doesn't look like there's anything new in the awesome shop that's jumping out at me. So let's go back to the hub real quick. And you know what? I'm being stupid as shit. I'm being really, really stupid. Why am I being really stupid? Because I have portals. If you remember right, at the end, towards the end of this playthrough, I set up portals. Boop. The new pathing looks awesome. Yeah, I just went through and checked a lot of my pathing. The only thing it really broke was my giant factory cart track because the new pathing requires truck stations, and I didn't put truck stations on that pathing. Oh, you're not supposed to see that. Well, I guess I can show it off, but to the hub. Because I'm not seeing the spawn toilet. No, it's a buildable. It's not in special, which is where I would assume it would be. It's definitely not in logistics. Organization. Now, obviously, if anybody sees it and I'm just being blind, please point it out. Wonder if it's a ma'am thing. Might be a ma'am thing. Let's check the ma'am. Yep, there it is. Okay, so Sam, fluctuator, steel pipe, boop. But bear in mind, the spawn is in the MAM. It is on alien technology. There we get to listen to Ada. Yay, Ada!
SAM-based portable waste network unlocked. A recent breakthrough has meant that Fixit now has a way to reanimate organic waste using deconstructed matter.
Regular exposure to blood flow helps the vessel avoid malfunction.
What if I want to malfunction? So that's going to cost another Mercer sphere. Upgraded power connectors. Oh, that's the daisy chain. What else is it? Ow. Okay, quick wire and computers.
Upgraded power connectors unlocked. Buildings now support 2 power connections, any of which may be attached to other buildings.
Okay. I've got a couple more hard drives. It's kind of shit they didn't tell us that, don't I have a couple more hard drives? Yeah, there they are. Gotta find them. Kind of shit they didn't tell us those things were going to be MAM researches. Alright. Unable to scan hard drive, no new alternate recipes. I mean, they did say there's no changes to recipes. But one other thing I want to test. What all is daisy chainable? Just go down the list in production. I'd definitely say constructors are daisy chainable. Assemblers? Boop, into boop, into boop. Yeah. Definitely not a fan of that. Into boop. Manufacturers. Boop, into boop. I'd say yes. Refineries. I'd say that's daisy chainable. Packagers. Kind of a weird one since, packagers are tiny. But those are definitely daisy. Blenders? I mean, I'm kind of of the opinion it looks like everything's daisy chainable. But, we gotta do testing, right? There we go. Those are definitely daisy chainable. Quantum encoders. Kind of looks like maybe just everything. Smelters? They're so tiny. Yep. Foundries. And I'm purposely pulling them through the way I am. Okay. So that's every single construction building. That's miners being daisy chained. Power plants. Let's check power plants. Do you happen to have a good satisfactory calculator? What do you mean? Most of my calculations are done through Satisfactory Modeler. But I also use satisfactorytools.com. Okay, dry and salty, red forest, mega refinery, baby rocket. I'm assuming so, Casper. Now there's only 2 inputs. So if you've already got a power pole going to your building, you will have to disconnect that one. Yes, fuel generators. Check. Yeah, basically what they did is they did the only thing I kind of don't like about it is, and I realize from a modeling perspective, it would be a bit of a pain to add a second port. If you look on the power storages, the only building that you could daisy chain previous. Okay, well, I guess they've only got 1 port. I thought didn't they used to have 2 ports on them? Like a port on each side? Or am I misremembering something? Yeah. Not really a huge fan of how far that eats me, but maybe it just looks like there's 2 ports because I always stack them like this. But I'm pretty sure there used to be a second port on these things. Let me check the wiki real quick because I guarantee the wiki has not been updated. Guarantee it that any model change has not been changed. No. I guess it's only ever been 1 port. I might just be misremembering shit. It happens. But I was asked about biomass burners. I don't know, I can throw down a couple biomass burners. Maybe throw down a power pole, that way I get my first connection in. Yep, biomass burners. Check. Coney, are you in 1.1 or 1.2? I don't know. I think I thought that they were 2 ports because I always stack my power storages like this, and when you put them like this, it looks like there's 2 ports, but it's just 1. All right. So yeah, I was just misremembering things because I always stack them as tight as I can. I'm a big fan of trying to conserve space if I can. I need to calculate for a big factory I'm about to do. I would suggest Modeler. For anybody wondering who I'm talking to, I am dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So if you're not seeing the chat that I'm talking about, it's probably on the other platform. Okay, so we went over basically every single. I guess I can go check nuke plants. Actually, the thing I want to see, the thing that matters the most to me, is fucking water extractors. I'm at the nuke. Yay, I can daisy chain my nuclear plants. Yay! That way I could clear up a lot of that bullshit. Because remember, I got 300 of these things to make in the new playthrough. Water extractors. Alright, I still love these lights. Water extractors do daisy chain. As do the pumps. It looks like anything that's got a power port will now be able to daisy chain. Yeah, I'm probably just misremembering things. I always put down my power storages and then just kind of forget them. Okay, so is there anything else that I did not cover? One thing that would be nice is if you could like mark to the daisy chain, but do bear in mind to get to the daisy chain, to get to the spawn is a little, it takes freaking biomass. You're going to have biomass in your dimensional storage. I guess that gives you something to do with biomass later in the game. And reanimated Sam. I never put reanimated Sam in my dimensional storage because you don't really use reanimated Sam as a raw resource. And it's base biomass, not solid biofuel. But what I was saying is, remember, to use the two new ones, the spawn is in alien technology. It does cost 1 Mercer Sphere, 11 SAM fluctuators, and 20 steel pipes to unlock. And the daisy chaining is here in Caterium. It takes computers, high-speed connectors, and quickwire. Thankfully, it's not that far down the tree, but it is below Power Pole Mark III. So you're the type that normally doesn't unlock Power Pole Mark II and Mark III because you don't ever use Mark II and Mark III power poles. You'll probably have to go through those to get to the daisy chaining. Okay, so I went over the vehicle pathing. That did not seem to break much. There is now the T-junction in logistics. Pipeline T-junction. Yay! Whee! You can spin it around. It does have both a horizontal and a vertical orientation, the same as the normal pipeline junction. So, yay! That's awesome. But it's 1:45. I'm going to take a short break, and we will be back with our regularly scheduled programming. Oh, also, you can daisy chain your portals. Yay! That actually looks really, really nice. I like that. That looks nice. But I'll be back in about 15 minutes with our regularly scheduled programming. Until then, I've been Ninja. I'm not going to go through the whole like and subscribe thing because I'll be back. Bye!